How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a charming day. Today we're going to take a look at some Dragon Cliff 2-shots. Very difficult. However, we were able to do it on a couple of the Dragon Cliffs this past raid weekend. So the idea is that we want to try and take out these two dragons on the front side, and then once we get closer to where we want to start taking them out, we will then drop the lightning spells on the dragon posts on the back end. We're trying to delay the lightning so that we don't draw in the dragons right off the bat, so that would be no good. So we want to save that towards the end of the attack. Here we are trying to use the sneaky archers as tactically as possible so we can destroy as much of the base as we can. Ideally, you want to try and set up the base for either balloons or hog riders in the second attack, as well as try and kill all of the dragons at the same time. So here we have all of the dragon posts are down, so now all of the dragons will try and group up and take out our troops wherever they spawn. They'll follow them around. So there's not a whole lot we can do to try and destroy all four dragons with just sneaky archers. So we're trying to group them up in preparation for the second attack, as well as try and take out a couple more of these key defenses. Looking at the expo here and the bomb tower, as those could be potentially bad for the hog riders. Whenever you're trying to pool the dragons together, it's always a good idea to drop down a troop way off in the corner, have them just gradually fly back. We'll speed it up a little bit. We're just trying to make sure that we don't destroy any of the dragons. If we can prevent it, we also want to try and get rid of that blast bow. So here we only have a few seconds left, so we decided to drop down a couple packs of archers on the super dragons. Now we're moving on to the second and final attack. Here we're trying to group them up all in one section, but it's not really working out. They still want to stay very spread apart. The idea is to drop a rage spell and then rage up our own super dragon to take out the enemy super dragons. So here we have the rage. Unfortunately, the two other dragons, they're all trying to lock onto that barbarian. But it's fine. With a raged up super dragon, the breaths are able to take out the other two just fine. So now it's a matter of trying to deploy the hogs in the best position as possible, because we only have one heal left. They do have one bomb tower, and they have the back end wizard tower and inferno, which is not going to be too much fun to deal with. So we try to drop a very forward heal spell so that it hits all the hogs as they pass through the bomb tower. The idea is that they'll be full health as they exit, so they can clean up the rest of the base. Now here we are holding on to one hog glider to see if we need to stun anything, if there are any giant bombs, or if we can save it for cleanup. Here we have the hog sort of bouncing around. Hit a zap trap. And now we're on to the final portion of the base. And here I was getting a little worried that the inferno might take out all of the hogs, so I do stun it. However, now there is nothing except for the hogs to clean up the rest of the base. Very close. I'm by no means an expert, but these are some of the bases that I hit and were able to two-shot And as you can see here, we are running very, very close on time. We have one hit, and just barely in time, the hogs take it out before we time fail. We have one more hit on base number 8. It was another 2-shot. This one is a little bit different. I didn't quite like taking out all of the posts on the first hit. And we also don't have the upgraded lightning as the District Hall level 9. So we can only use 3 zaps to zap down a level 1 dragon post. You always want to make sure that you check your lightning value, how much damage it does versus how much health the building that you're trying to take out has. So here we are trying to attack this right hand side of the base. Drop down a raid, so we're going to take down this dragon right off the bat with some archers. Then we're going to try and sneak around the base, get as close as we can to maybe take out this blast bow or the bomb tower. We get another dragon lured over since we zapped down the dragon post. So now we're trying to lure it over into the rage so the archers can take it out very easily. Now that that is taken care of, we can try and set up for the second attack. Wanted to clear some trash buildings down here so that we have close access to the final dragon. Yes, the defenses are sometimes strong, sometimes there's a crazy layout, but the key defenders of the Dragon Cliffs are the super dragons. Those things will mess up any kind of spam attack, and a lot of times they are very tricky and hard to take out. So here we're just using the last couple packs of archers to try and take out the bomb tower and the air bombs. Because right now we're not too sure if we want to use the hogs or if we want to go with the air. We have just one super dragon left. So here we are looking at trying to be a little bit creative, still using the super archers or the sneaky archers to try and take out the super dragon, but we mistimed them so that the archers are actually targeting the trash buildings around it. We are able to somewhat distract the super dragon, so the last group of archers are able to take it out. And then we tried to zap down the section over here, but again, I did not check and see how much hit points there were. So we failed and essentially wasted 3 spell slots. So it very easily could have been a graveyard and a zap, or another rage or a heal, something like that. So this attack could have gone a lot smoother. However, these are some of the only examples I have of a Dragon Cliff 2-shot. So you'll have to take them with a grain of salt. It's very, very difficult, and I've not found any good way to reliably 2-shot the Dragon Cliffs. Sort of the same with the Capital Peaks. Pretty much just assume that you're going to need 3 attacks to take them out. However, I did want to showcase them, as some people were curious how to potentially take them out in 2 shots. So that is how I was able to do it. If you liked the video and enjoyed it, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and hit that like button. And there should be a couple more videos on the screen if you want to check them out. Thank you so much. Take care.